What do you do when they just hang out at the bonfire and they don't want to move or play through the level? Well, you equip the obscuring ring, check, and then you go ahead and you go into your menu and you're going to equip a great bow. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get some great arrows out. You're going to take aim and you're going to shoot a phantom directly in the head for headshot damage. Why do you shoot the phantom? You shoot the phantom because they have less Estus than the host. If there's going to be pressure, you want to apply on the weakest link. The weakest link is the phantom. I'll never have to answer that question ever again. No one will ever ask me that. Hey, let's play with Hollowslayer. Alright. Hollowslayer is basically a poise weapon for dex builds. And it's an excellent poise weapon for dex builds. It actually shines better on a quality build. But quality build, for those of you that don't know, doesn't necessarily mean 40-40. You can have 26-40. And then when you two-hand Hollowslayer, you essentially have a 40-40 build. Get it? Yeah. So, why do people say Hollowslayer is a dex weapon? Because it has the highest dexterity requirement for a greatsword, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Its strength requirement is pretty minimal. It makes a good option for a hyper armor greatsword for a dex build. I'm rocking Black Knight armor, Millwood helmet, Ringed Knight, or Dragon Slayer arms and legs. I forget which one, but it's that. So, I'm not super tanky with this, so I have to, pick my battles wisely. I'm not going to poise through that Ultra Greatsword. Now that axe, that one-handed axe, on the other hand, I can poise through that easily. What makes the Hollowslayer special is that its hyper armor starts quickly, it attacks quickly, and each subsequent attack gets hyper armor faster than the attack before it. It has 3 R1s in its combo chain as opposed to just 2 like most weapons. And the hyper armor starts up quicker on the subsequent attacks. I get tossed in the blender there. No big deal. No big deal. Do some damage. Kill that phantom because he was too thirsty to just roll away. Now I can heal. Now it's me versus the host. Give him a little L1 wiggle for thinking he could get rid of me with the seed of the giant tree. That is weak shit. You can get that out of here. He's showing us some of that good Vietnamese, Cambodian rice shop internet. Live in the apartment next door. Stealing Wi-Fi from the Cambodian folks that don't know how to, set a password on their modem. They just want to sell you some of that good goji berry juice. So, Hollowslayer, it's also got an R2 poke. It goes great with a Leo ring for turn and burns. I don't rely on that very often. I can try and do it more often, I guess, but it's just, it seems like such a gamble for a big turn and burn, that's going to do a shit ton of damage. If they roll it, you leave yourself pretty vulnerable, as opposed to the R1s. Like I said, the hyper armor is faster on each subsequent R1. Just poison through that nonsense. Now this host is, he's just relying on turn and burns at this point to try and get me. So when I start chasing him that time, I go ahead and press R1 a little quicker than I typically would have. Go for the backstab there. Don't get it, but I do get 2 R1s instead of the backstab, so not a bad idea. Looks like he's trying to make it to that elevator, which is just fine. Just fine. Oh yeah. I'm an R1 machine gun in here, baby. Hollowslayer. Oh, so good. It's so good. I can hear these guys down below me. They're fighting the Lothric Knight. The Great Shield and the Spear. See a password, Summoned Phantom. Can't be bothered to play this game at the same level as everyone else. No, no, no. He's got that good lag right there. He's playing some of that Taiwan Ladyboy Hotel and Resort Wi-Fi. Chucking Chaos Bed Vestiges, having no stamina. Ultra Greatsword and Chaos Bed Vestiges, man, that's a tough combo for sure. Hyper Armor plus any spell is tough. So let's get out of here, shall we? Let's just not fuck with this right now. Not in this area. No, no, no. We'll head over here and we'll wait for them to make a little progress, and we'll try and get them outside of that corner, because 2v1, no thank you in a small little area like that, especially against an Ultra Greatsword. He's shooting arrows. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do when they just want to camp? What do? You shoot them in the head with a big arrow. And guess what? Just a few seconds later, I start seeing them take damage. And because, look at the numbers, see how weird the numbers are? What does that tell you? It tells you that they're by the books. Seath's magical fingers are touching them in shadowy places. Like the Taiwan Ladyboy Resort. Another great thing about the Hollowslayer is it does extra damage against hollows. Now, what does that mean for PvP? It doesn't mean anything. You don't get any sort of, benefit from hitting people who have finished Yoel of Londor's quest and made themselves hollow. You don't get anything for it. But what you do get is an excellent weapon for dealing with Lagmeisters. You can just mash R1 and feel pretty confident that you're just going to hyper armor through all their laggy nonsense. And that is so good. It shouldn't be called Hollowslayer. It should be called fucking Wi-Fi Slayer. This thing's a beast. So we're looking around for this host. We can tell he's not, it's like, okay. Now he did take he got the ladder shortcut, so we'll use some verticality to beat him down to the bonfire. Well, we're not going to beat him, but, we've got a little bit of time before he can summon again. In theory, 2 minutes. But since that's a password summoned Phantom, the time limit thing doesn't count. Genius from software. Fucking genius. Yeah, the password summoned guys, they didn't feel the summoning nerf, which, who needed it more than them? Literally no one. We gave him some L1 waggles. Look at that runaround backstab. Get outspaced. Get backstabbed. Get fucking good. Alright, so this maggot's gone, so I know that the host has been here. Chests are open. I know that he's been here. Music sheet stand. Not supposed to be here. Got the Dragon Slayer's axe. One-handed or two-handed. I'll be able to poise through this as long as I get my trusty wolf ring +3. Hyper Armor hadn't started up quite yet. There it is. Working good. Here's a little tip for you guys. Remember that Hyper Armor frames work a lot like parry frames. It has to be happening on your opponent's screen. Just because it looks like your Hyper Armor would have started on your screen does not mean it would have started on your opponent's screen. Taking the elevator. I am Elevator Covenant Jesus. This is more verticality. Little verticality. Verticality. He wants to go to the shortcut. There's a thrall there. He thinks better of it. He thinks about getting butt stabbed. Make a quick ring swap. Back to the lead. Wolf ring, not Leo ring, sorry. And he's dead. GG. So, I wanted to try Hollowslayer at low level with a strength build. Now, the problem is, I wanted to have close to 50 poise. That meant no Havel ring. Why, you ask? Because I also needed the Dex ring, the Hunter ring. So, my little poise junior guy here, he was fat rolling using the Hollowslayer. So I went ahead and put the Fallen Knight helmet on him to really display how much of a failure he was in this moment. To be fair, the fashion didn't look too bad. I did it kind of as a joke, but it didn't look too bad, actually. But little bitty poi slave was getting his ass whipped because of the fat rolls. I had to have the dex ring on and the wolf ring on to hit 50 poise. So I could poise through nearly everything, except for, you know, fucking ultra axes and hammers and shit like that. But what I started trying to do was incorporate rope firebombs into my play. What I would do was I would use a rope firebomb instead of roll. If a situation came up where I needed to roll, I would instead try and use a rope firebomb. Because as you can see, having to have perfect fucking rolls every time you roll is just a huge pain in the ass. So I said, fuck it, I'm putting the Havel ring back on. I just won't have 50 poise. We'll just have to get by with, you know, the regular 40 whatever poise. 42, 44 or something like that. But as you can see, Hollowslayer is still a beast. Excellent frame rate right there when you pass through that wall, and that host, probably unbeknownst to him, was using that to his advantage. I couldn't roll because my game wouldn't respond to any fucking input because the frame rate was dropping so heavily. So this is a regular host with a regular phantom, so I'm trying not to like chug on him. I just play him like I'm a mini boss. Now since I did kill one phantom, I will let myself drink one Estus. These are the rules I place on myself. Against a solo host, I just won't chug at all. But against this guy, I'm not chugging. Just gonna fight him straight up. If he beats me, he beats me, no big. But as you can see, Hollowslayer does work. Here we're going to see some more of that beautiful Wi-Fi Slayer. You're dead. Another blue's coming. Let's get rid of this white. Here comes the host, using the cell swords. Dark Spirit, Hawkwood the Furry has returned home. What a great player he was. What a true and noble, brave invader. Good parry. This guy really needs to, like, his smoke break is over. He needs to get back to work at NASA. Here comes another blue. More Cell Sword Twin Blades. Everybody in this motherfucker watching Akari Chronicles. Low level Cell Swords are just an excellent weapon. They're not a bad weapon at higher levels. Alright, we've already killed 2 people here. Let's back up a little bit. Try and get some of the enemies going in the fight here. Now, what do we do when we want the enemies involved in the fight? Do we run directly into the enemies? Do we run directly to the enemies and stand there? Is that how you get enemies involved in a fight? No, for the millionth time. No, it's not. You slowly work your way back there. Slowly work your way back there. Alright, so I've got the rope firebombs ready to go. Check this shit out. I was working on this. Oh, you gonna roll? Get fucked. Oh, look, it's Hawkwood Furry. He's back. I'm super excited. Now the gank has turned. Now it is you who will feel the power of the gank. Hawkwood Furry. Any time now, Hawkwood Furry. I just beat four people. Hawkwood Furry, come on, come. Oh, he's so honorable. Oh, he's so honorable. I feel my heart rising like the Japanese flag. They'll understand me there. They'll understand me in Japan. I'm leaving forever. I should have been born there. Fucking honorable weeaboo motherfuckers. Alright, so here we got a guy with a dagger and a parry shield, Llewellyn, I believe. Let's hit him with some of these rope firebombs. Went for the backstab. Instead, he rolled out, which was smart of him. If he had tried to attack, I would have backstabbed him. A little bit of lag there. Bad time to try a parry during a latency spike. I'm telling you, I really love these rope firebombs. People say, oh, big weapons can't chase you down, and that's true. But I'm starting to figure out that rope firebombs can do some shit that I had not thought about before. Obviously, I'm still not very good at it because I'm still learning it, but it works. It works, baby. Rope firebombs. I'm really enjoying using them. Now, much like my backstab game, it's something new, so I'm mainly only using it for like one-on-one situations right now. Like I will go for a roll backstab against multiple opponents, as long as I feel like there will be a positive outcome. But I won't go for a pivot backstab against multiple opponents because I'm still not good enough at them yet. Rope firebombs are sort of on that level. I won't try it against multiple opponents because I feel like it's probably just gonna, get me fucked up. So I don't want that to happen, obviously. I don't want to get effed up. So I left my back turned to that phantom, and I run past this phantom like I don't see him. I want them thinking they've got me, like they're gonna catch me by surprise. Invader just rolled off the cliff there. Phantom just jumped off the cliff there. I don't know why any of this is happening. So the 4v2 is now a 3v1. Let's run down here. Let's see how far they'll follow. Not very far. Let's get our chug on. Let's go ahead and hit this green blossom. Alright. Green blossom is fucking fantastic. Or Chloranthy ring with a Hollowslayer. Because the R1s take so little stamina to swing. Hey, that's a really cool shield you've got. Fuck your shield. So any sort of extra stamina regeneration is just, absolutely going to synergize really well. Alright, so there's one down. Fuck your shield. But I am wielding the sword of Arturio. Surely I am good and noble and just. Get lag killed. I don't even give a fuck. Your shield. Last one, last invasion, last one with the Hollowslayer. Really enjoyed this weapon. If you've never played with it, you should definitely try it out. Especially if you've ever, been curious about trying out like a Dex poise build, because this and Astora's Greatsword are two of your best options. And Lothric Knight Ultra Greatsword is good sharp as well. Went for the cheeky backstab and was absolutely demolished for it. Fortunately, this is level 56 plus 6, so it could have turned out worse. We've got the Pontiff Knight Witch setting off illegal Mexican firecrackers all over the goddamn streets. You know the police want to come, but this is a really tough neighborhood, and they're trying their best to sort of like handle it diplomatically. I don't have to play at the same level as everyone else. Get fucked. Let the fire purge your over-leveled bullshit from this earth. That's one of my twink triggers. Over-leveled, password summoned folks. I will bring the difficulty of Dark Souls fucking to you. There will be no 1v1 at the bonfire where I don't chug and you may chug. Oh, what's that? Chase down with a rope firebomb? That's confusing, isn't it? Now, like I said, my rope firebomb game is it's still early in its development, but you can start to see how this is going to work out. Rope firebombs can get some shit done. Nice parry! See if you can summon an over-leveled parry. GG! Good time, nerd! Good time, nerd! I'm done. Later, y'all.